Hi guys, welcome to our daily encounter. Our Old Testament reading today brings a lot of encouragement in connection to David and the sin that he committed against Bathsheba and also her husband Uriah. David had committed a horrible sin, one that was public, one that was definitely one that brought a lot of shame to him and was really a dark chapter in his life. And yet, after it's all said and done, he ends up being able to have a son by the name of Solomon, who will later become the one through whom the line of the Messiah would go, and then also the building of the temple. And then also we see him having a great victory against the sons of Ammon at the end of chapter 12 of 2 Samuel. And so we see that even though David had committed this horrible sin, and we could even call it a horrible crime, still God wasn't done with him. It's clear that David was very repentant of what he had done. He felt bad for what he did. He turned back to the Lord. He submitted to God again. And the Lord remained faithful to him and continued to work through him and accomplish his purpose through him. And that's very encouraging for those who might fall into grievous sins in their lives and feel as though perhaps, well, now God is done with me. There's nothing more that God can do with me because I've done this thing that I'm so ashamed of. And maybe people know about it. And we might think that there's nothing left for us to do. And that's a very dangerous place to be, because if we begin to believe that, then the enemy really has accomplished his task. He has made us ineffective and has taken us out of the picture. And therefore, we are no longer a threat to his kingdom. But the story with David tells us that if we will return to the Lord in repentance, if we'll truly be sorry and come to God with a contrite heart and we turn away from those sins, God can still use us. Now, whether he uses us in the same exact way as he did before or in a different way, still the Lord can use us and the Lord can establish us once again. Now, we might still have to deal with the consequences of what we've done. David certainly wasn't excused from the consequences. The son that him and Bathsheba had ended up dying. And then also God had basically placed a curse on David's descendants, that the sword would never go away from his descendants. And there was definitely consequences that came along with the sin, but yet David still was able to be used by the Lord. And that becomes very encouraging for us, because yes, we might have to deal with the consequences. We might have to clean up the mess, and we might even have to wear the mess for a while. But nonetheless, we shouldn't give up and be discouraged, but to keep on going, return to the Lord, and tune our hearts to him once again, keep our eyes and our ears open to whatever else he might have for us to do, and to just continually walk in obedience to him. And who knows what else the Lord might have for us as we move forward. So let's be encouraged in our reading today. If we find ourselves falling into sin, maybe even grievous sin, and even maybe public sin, let's be encouraged that that doesn't necessarily mean we throw in the towel and give up. That God still might have a plan for us. God still might be able to accomplish things through us. And the story isn't over. So these are things we can reflect on and think about as we do our reading today. With that, guys, I do thank you for watching the video today. Hope you guys have a great day. Love you guys. God bless.